Hello everybody, I'm the Awesome Yojimbo. Welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong 64. And so in the last episode, we 100%ed 100% Angry Aztec with all the characters and all that. And now we're gonna be heading to Frantic Factory. We're here in Frantic Factory, just started out in the last episode as well, and we're gonna be continuing the ongoing journey as a result. So anyways, not really much to say about that. Yeah, I totally forgot I had to switch to Diddy Kong for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut off, so BRB. So either way, I remembered, it's kind of a good thing I kind of remember this just now, because there's also one thing I totally forgot about in this part. Might as well save this for an extra bonus episode. I remember that last time I recorded this, I was going to do like 5 episodes, but I might as well do like a 5th one and just try to clear that game itself. I have played this quite a bit. Okay, so that's really no reason to switch over there. So I'm not going to cut off anymore. We're going to go ahead and play as Chunky Kong. Go over here and do this barrel mini game. But I'm going to go ahead and do everything else as soon as I find the other 5 pad, because it's just going to be kind of monotonous, more monotonous than normal, switching over, trying to beat every single thing, going back and forth, back and forth. I mean, of course, we're going to have to do that later anyway, but it's going to be less monotonous and all that. I also remembered I was going to be talking Stash Snatch. Oh yeah, this one's kind of bizarre. And correct me if I'm wrong, I always thought that looked like... okay, there's the exit. I can't collect that now. I can't go there now. When I was younger, I guess because the brightness settings I was just a blind moron who couldn't figure out what anything was. I thought that was sand that's below this little maze over here. You know what I'm seeing? It looks like sand, but it's actually just a bunch of planks of wood. It's like a wood floor. It's actually kind of charming. That's really cool. I really admit, I really think that. Rareware games are cool. Well, were cool. But does the new Killer Instinct count as a Rareware game? It's like, it's their property, but they like own the rights to like the new one. But it's owned by Microsoft now. It was like it's owned by Microsoft and all that. That's like their best game since, I want to say, I'm just going to say Donkey Kong 64 because Conker's Bad Fur Day was a great game, but man, it was a frustrating game. Can I just... Okay, I'm going to switch to Tiny Kong, and now we have to journey all the way back this way. And of course, there's the bananas over here that I can't get just yet. We're going to have to do this another time, so I'll see you guys at the beginning. BRB. And it's a good thing I totally remember these, isn't it? Okay, so now that we've reached the beginning of this area, this is the reason I decided to switch to Tiny Kong, and not because those 10 bananas I forgot about earlier. But I guess it was kind of a smart move for me. Why am I collecting these coins? They serve no purpose anymore because I'm richer than rich. Richer than Brad Pitt. That's like the only celebrity I could think of at the moment. We're gonna go over here first. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Go over here first. And now time for some obnoxious switching in just a minute. Okay, got that activated. Even though the 3 pad is right over there, I guess it makes sense. Over here, here's Snide's HQ. This means absolutely nothing because that God dang it. Okay. Means absolutely nothing. Get over here. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Chunky Kong and get that balloon up there. I want to collect at least all the golden. Oh, I didn't even see that pair of 5 bananas over there. Okay, I want to collect all the colored bananas as well, or at least get as many as possible. If there's any I forget about in the long run, I deeply apologize. Okay, so cut off yet again. That's like the 5th time, isn't it? It's like the 4th or 5th time I had to do that, isn't it? But yeah, I do realize that switching between the Kongs like that over and over, the method of doing that... What the heck was that? I realize that the method of doing that is is pretty monotonous, very mundane. I do realize that, but I guess I wouldn't like this game nearly as much if I didn't grow up with it. But I guess that kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? If you grew up playing a game, and of course you're gonna love it. You know that. That's it. All right. So. I keep losing my train of thought. I finished what I had to say about A Hat in Time. So I do want to play it. Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm gonna wait a little bit. I thought my stopwatch stopped for a second. Yeah, because it would totally makes sense for it to stop because it's a stopwatch. If you guys want to unsubscribe to me, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to. Okay, because of all that. Yeah, I've already forgotten about what I was about stuff to talk about. I've already run out of stuff to talk about. That's why I gotta space it out, because I keep forgetting about stuff to talk about. Dang it, I don't know. My brain is trying to work. All that. Let's see. I guess I'll talk about what some of my favorite games of this year. Or this year. Oh yeah, I suddenly remembered a thing I was gonna talk about. Yay me! Okay. Like I mentioned that I talked about how I played Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I never really finished my thoughts about that because I forgot about it. What a surprise! But it's like one of those games that a lot of people were excited for, but at the same time people were very upset about that. About the game, because I don't know, they thought the game looked like crap or something. Okay, I can't get up there. Alright. Yeah, I know it was over here. I just decided to do that over I can't see anything. Come on, camera. Like, I wanted to finish my thoughts about it. I mean, I mentioned before, I think that the game is the best in the series as far as the core gameplay goes. And presentation-wise, it's a bit of a different story. It's like, ow. As you guys may already know, aside from memes or whatever, like, people think that the game looks like total crap. I personally disagree. It's I can't see anything. But I would have to disagree. I think it could look better. I don't think it looks like crap. I do think the game could look a lot better. It's just a lot of people think that the graphics are really hit and miss because they look unfinished. And to an extent, I do kind of agree. The backgrounds I think look fine. They're bland, but they look graphically impressive. Oh my gosh, I hate this minigame. I can never beat it as a kid. I don't know why. No! Oh man, that was close. I do think it is the best in the series in terms of its gameplay, but it's just the character models that kind of rub people the wrong way, and I can totally see that, but personally, I think people are just being a little too harsh in comparing it to like Bubsy 3D, because Bubsy 3D is just a travesty to look at, but yeah, I do sincerely think that people are a little harsh on it. I mean, it's not to say that the game doesn't look bad, but it looks like it could be better. It's just, I think half of the character models, but half of the character models could be a lot better. Oh crap! Why did it have to be this one? This is one of the most infuriating minigames in the entire game. I mean, I've kind of gotten the pattern down. But you have to do it multiple times, and it gets faster and more unpredictable. Okay, well the patterns. Sorry, I gotta really focus here. There we go. That wasn't that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. The fireworks coming off until just there. That's also one of the 3 minigames I could never beat as a kid. And I'm pretty sure anybody who agrees with me can definitely agree. Okay. Now next, switch to Diddy Kong, but some of the character models I think look just fine. Some of them I really good. Mostly the Capcom characters, most of them look really good. I think a couple of the character models of the Marvel series look really cool. I think like the best example I can think of, I think Ultron looks really good. I think his character model is just fine the way it is, and Gamora looks really good. It's just everyone else looks okay, but the one Marvel character, or no, back. Creme dartboards. I then said don't. This one. Right. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Keeps going around. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it here. I hit that. Don't try and say I didn't. Hit it, hit it, hit. I don't even know why the watermelon and the... I don't even know why the watermelon and the film are there, because they're just there, I guess, to confuse you. Yay, Banana Fairy! Okay. And in terms of the Capcom characters, I think most of them look really good. Frank West and Chris look a little weak. Like others, like Nemesis, Zero, and X, I think they look just fine. And personally, I think Jetadoma looks really good, and Morrigan I think looks kind of interesting. Interesting, but interesting. I think they look just fine. And yeah, I think it looks really polished, and of course, Morrigan with freckles, it will never not be adorable, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, of course, she's the type of character just there for mostly for sex appeal, and because she's like the face of Darkstalkers because of that. I mean, she's not the protagonist. I mean, of course, she's just very manipulative. Of course, we know that. But I think she looks good with freckles, can I just say? Okay. There we go. That's 1 out of 2, and oddly enough, the Banana Fairies are very close to one another. That I don't get that. But other character models, really the only character model I'm remotely bothered by besides Iron Man, is like he has his visor off at some points, and I'm like, just what the heck? What the heck? Tony Stark has definitely seen better days, in my opinion. But really the only one, I mean, with the visor on, I think the rest of them looks just fine. Really, the only one I'm remotely bothered by is you were right there. Yep, this is where the banana fairies are starting to get a little annoying. This is the point where they get annoying. There we go. But yeah, really the only character model I'm remotely bothered by is Rocket Raccoon. I mean, it definitely makes his character model in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 look like genuine artwork. I mean, seriously, what the heck even is this thing? Okay, this one I was always terrified of not finishing because the failure music really freaked me out. I don't know why. I was a baby at some points. Okay. This one's really simple. You just have to hit the one lowest to highest number in numerical order. Simple enough. Okay, so 5 is over here. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've kind of run out of stuff to say, but oh yeah, one of my biggest problems would have to be the story. Would have to be the story. Yeah, this is actually the game with a story with a story mode, which is more an attempt at trying to do a story. An attempt, I stress, because the story isn't the worst I've ever seen of the year. Personally, I think Gravity Rush 2 has a crappier story. Which, yeah, the story of Gravity Rush 2 is pretty bad. Pretty bad, but I'm not going to knock it for the attempt, at the very least. Yeah, get away from me. Okay. So next, I'm going to go switch over to Chunky Kong. I was going to go over back to Funky Kong's shack, but I remember that there was Tag Barrel over here, so I'm going to go ahead and collect the blueprints for Chunky Kong. Okay. The story mode, I'm not going to go into further deep. I'm not going to go too in-depth into the story mode. But I will just say, even though it's not very good, it was ambitious, at least. I will give the developers that. I will give them that. Alright, so there's red coins over here. I'm not going to bother collecting them right now, because I'm probably going to have to switch out later. Yeah, see, there we go. There's balloons over here. Okay, next, switch over to Lanky Kong. Alright, see, how much time do we have left for this episode? Okay, we can go on for a little bit longer. And here we have reached one of the bigger parts. I think this, we have pretty much seen all the main areas at their minimal size. My brain doesn't want to work correctly anymore. I just don't get why. All right. I think I've pretty much said all I want to say about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I think it's structurally sound, and the graphics are not the graphics. I want to say the soundtrack is really damn good, if I may say so myself. I think it's got a good soundtrack. Not as good as Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I think Marvel vs. Capcom 3 has a pretty good soundtrack. The soundtrack isn't bad. It's good. It's just not as good. So, I guess if that makes any sense. And I think I might do a thoughts and opinions on that. I have a thoughts and opinions scripted, and I just have to record footage, and I have to edit it. I pretty much recorded all my lines for the next one I want to do, which is a game I'm pretty sure most of you have never heard of. Alright, this one we'll come back and do it later. But here we're gonna go ahead and do one over here. Yeah, I know that's really descriptive, is it? Just sometimes I'm really frustrated with myself how fast I can run out of stuff to say. It's really not only frustrating for you because you guys want to know what I think of this or what I think of that. I end up forgetting about what I was going to say. I kind of hate doing that to you. Oh boy. Well, we're gonna be back here sooner than you think, because in the next episode. Oh, well, okay, I say that because it's not even time to end this next episode. Dang it, I can't. Yeah, I literally have nothing else to say about this right now anymore. But more so, I'm just trying to figure out what else I can talk about. I think I've pretty much talked about everything I want to talk about right now. But of course, I mentioned I was going to... Okay. Back on that in a second. Okay. And, okay, so we got this area up and running, so we can go ahead and get the bananas over here, but I'm not going to bother getting those just yet. Might doing that in the next episode. Right after we finish, honest to God, you guys probably already know where I'm going with this, with that reaction of mine just there. Like, alright, so we're going to be back up here in the next episode. We're going to go ahead and go as Diddy Kong. Let's see. Stuff's just falling off all over the place. I can't really control that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm pretty much out of time for this episode anyways, so in the next episode, we're gonna... Yeah, we might as well go do it now, just to get it out of the way. We are going to be doing... just build up for this. We're gonna be doing, honest to God, one of the most one of the most frustrating things about this game. Yeah, if you've ever played this game, then you guys already know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, well... if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you guys might be in for a treat. Especially since I hear that in the re-release, it's even worse. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.